All right, so today we're going to be doing my #1 character in this game, Ari Era. I'm pretty sure it's Ari, something like that. But anyway, before we start, let's get out the way. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you do. Don't forget to share the video. From now until January 1st, literally, if you subscribe, like, and comment on the video, you have a chance of winning $50. So, you know, that's the thing. But anyway, other than that, let's get right into the video of the Surfer Girl. So as you see, her stats: 4,000 attack, 164 speed, 51%, 232 evasion, all that. Y'all see the stats. Y'all see the stats. Now let's look at her costume. She does have a costume, by the way, which is this, which I want so bad, but I can't afford it. So anyway, let's go on to the skill. All right, so she does have a chain attack. I'm gonna read the chain attack off first since it's the lowest on the thing. Attacks an enemy and increases attack of the caster for 2 turns. Dual attacks an enemy and has a 40% chance to increase critical hit chance of the caster for 2 turns. And I'm not sure, it's not saying how much the critical hit chance will be increased by, but probably 30% or something like that. So that's the thing. Anyway, let's go to her thing. Her thing, and by the way, one thing is, I say, me personally, I'm gonna max out all her skills, but if you really try to max this out first and then go for this one, and then now it'd be the last one to max out, because you'll see when I explain how you actually use her why you want this one first and then that one. But anyway, attacks an enemy, increases damage dealt to enemies with buff. So if they have buffs, they get murked. When the enemy has no buffs or is defeated after this skill is used, grants an extra turn. This skill, it deals damage increased. This skill deals increased damage to earth bosses. Obviously, she's gonna probably be like a boss unit, right? Anyway, when using this skill, removes all buffs on the target and attacks the enemy. If the caster is granted increased critical hit chance, increases the caster's priority by 25%. This attack bypass the target's resist. And then the last one, attacks an enemy and has a 40% chance to grant the caster increased critical hit chance for 2 turns. So, and the critical hit chance is 50%. So the way you want to work it, right? The way you want to work it is, if you want to just go for straight damage and you just want an extra turn, you'll pop this and then you'll just pop this just for the extra damage, right? But if you want to do damage and make her go second, make her like fast to be able to go again, what you'll do is you'll pop this, then you'll pop this to get the increased crit chance, and then you'll pop this. Or one way, which is probably the smartest way you could do, is just go down the line. Like, you pop this first for the increased 50%, which means, for me at least, she'll have about close to 100% crit chance, which means she's definitely going to crit. So then you'll pop this, and then when she goes again, you'll pop this, and then pop this once you get that extra turn if they don't have a buff. And then, or if they just get murked, by the way. Like, if they have no buffs, will get murked. Boom, that's kind of tough. But if not, they just deal extra damage. But whatever, right? Let's say that this person had no buff. You'll pop this first. Then when it's her turn again, you'll pop this and then pop this. Because then once the crit chance is increased, she'll get a turn again, which boosts her up in the priority list. And let's say if she gets boosted up enough, she can go and use her first skill again, which will have a 40% chance to grant again. But anyway, other than that, that's her skills. Let's go to her special equipment, right? Do you need her special equipment? It's accuracy with 30, the earth characters, obviously, because I'm pretty sure she's made this like boss damage deal. But anyway, reach accuracy for 2 turns when using to the beach. So basically, when you use this, her accuracy is gonna go up. I'm pretty sure the more accuracy you have, the easy. Well, first, you'll be able to land your crit. So that's the first thing. Like, you'll be able to land the attack on the enemy, right? Because you don't want to miss an attack. But I believe that it also helps out with this, but I'm not 100% positive. Anyway, let's go to this right here. You just want this. You want that talisman on her, like, end of the day, okay? And you wanted to have at least attack. I don't know why this one has health, but I wish I had one that had, there you go. That one has attack, but it's been used by somebody that, yeah. So I just gotta wait till I get another one of these. That's all it is. But you could also run it with health, only because, it's just giving health to the team at the end of the day. And plus, she probably gonna need a little bit of health, right? Like, look at her health, 8k. Like, if she get touched, she's gonna be murked. But anyway, let's go into the thing. So you want crit damage because her skills literally boost her crit rate, so you don't really got to worry about crit rate all that much. So you'll want crit damage, and the substats is obviously crit damage, attack, speed, and at the end also crit rate if you want to put some crit rate on it, right? That's literally how it's gonna work, because the thing is, like I said, we read it. Like, literally her first skill gives her a 40% chance to get increased crit rate, which is 50% crit. which means this right here, I got literally 101% crit if that 40% chance go through. But anyway, other than that, I say the main stats that you're definitely looking for is crit damage and attack percent and speed. So just build her like a damage dealer. But anyway, other than that, these. Now, mine's eye, I think it's her best slot because it increases critical hit chance by 1.5 each time performing action. So every time she do action, her crit chance go up from that. Her crit chance also go up from her just doing things in general. So like literally, you don't really need to build crit if you really don't want to. I just did a little bit because I feel like I just want to at least have 100% when that thing does pop off. But obviously you want to attack it. Now, her best slot here is obviously penetration. You want penetration, but also increases penetration by 1.0%, means more penetration. Easy. It's really not that hard. You want to go for these. They give you these free anyway. Just take them and run with them. It ain't that hard. But anyway, other than that, the last thing is like was teams. To be honest, any team that's going against the Earth Balls, you want her on. Or let's say that you bring her in PvP. Like, long as she's with sustainers, should be good because you don't want her, to get murked, right? You don't want her to get touched and get murked. So you'll definitely want to have people that can keep her alive. But other than that, other than her being alive, you straight, you good, done. But this is going to be like, this is one of the quickest ones because it's really simple. You just build her for crit damage stat, crit damage on the stuff, so that way you can have a lot of crit damage. The multiplier is gonna be crazy, and she helps her a little bit of crit rate, a lot of attack, and then when it comes to her skills, like it already does the crit rate anyway. This also could do a little bit more damage, so like I could if I wanted to, but I'm just like you don't get that many of these books, okay? But anyway, other than like me yapping on about that, that's the way you want it. It's like look, grants, like if the casual grants increase crit, move her up. She gives herself, she literally grants herself crit. Now it's a 40% chance, but I'm pretty sure that's where the accuracy comes in. I'm not 100% positive. We can actually look at this real quick. Increase the chance of successfully landing an attack on an enemy when the accuracy is higher than the target evasion. The casual, basically you increase your attack. Okay. But at the end of the day, I say you want to aim for, if you do want to build some crit, at least aim for at least like 50%. Like if you don't choose to use the gear that they give you. But at the end of the day, it's literally as simple as get the gear, put it on her, level it up, hope that the levels goes into crit damage and attack percent and nothing else, or and speed as well, so that way she can be a little bit fast as well. Because if she fast, I mean, she gonna be moving quicker too. Like she had 164 speed for me. I think she's one of my fastest units in general. But anyway, other than that, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to share the video. I love you guys, and peace out. My voice hurts. I have been recording for like hours straight.
Sufficient contamination. Infection primed. Initiate strategic offensive. My curse is kill.